Look, what you're about to learn isn't being aggressive or playing some kind of power game. It's actually the opposite. The people who negotiate best in English don't sound pushy. They sound calm, reasonable, almost casual. And that's exactly what makes them dangerous. So let's go through the 5 phrases that actually work. And I mean actually, not write this on a sticky note and feel good about yourself. I mean phrases that change the number at the end of the conversation. The first one, you get the offer. Maybe it's okay, maybe it's low. Doesn't matter. The worst thing you can do is respond immediately. The second worst thing you can do is say, I was hoping for more. That phrase is dead. It telegraphs weakness before you've even started. What you say instead is, thank you. I'm really excited about this role. Can I have a couple of days to review the full offer? That's it. That one sentence buys you time, signals that you're thoughtful, and more importantly, it signals that you're comparing this to other options, even if you're not. You are not scrambling. You are considering. Those are 2 completely different positions to negotiate from, and the first sentence you say puts you in one of them. Now here's the part most people don't think about. When you come back after those 2 days, the conversation has already shifted. They'd had time to imagine you not taking the offer. That's working for you before you've said anything. So you come back, and this is where phrase 2 comes in. You say, based on my research and experience, I was expecting something closer to X. Is there flexibility there? 3 things are happening in that sentence. First, based on my research, means your number isn't a feeling, it's a position backed by data. Second, I was expecting rather than I want removes the emotional edge. It's not a demand, it's a mismatch between information you have and the number they gave you. Third, is there flexibility there ends with a question, which means they have to respond. You've moved the ball into their court without breaking the tone of the conversation. And here's what nobody tells you. After you say that number, stop talking. I know the silence feels uncomfortable. Say the number and close your mouth. The person who speaks first after a negotiation number usually concedes. Don't be that person. Now, sometimes they'll push back. They'll say the number is firm, or they'll say they need to check with someone, or they'll say budget is tight right now. This is where most people fold, and it's the exact moment you should not fold. Phrase 3. I understand, and I do want to make this work. If the base isn't flexible, is there anything else that could be adjusted, like signing bonus, vacation days, or a review date? Notice, you're not giving up on money. You're expanding the definition of what money means. A signing bonus is money. An earlier performance review, when it leads to a raise, is money. Additional vacation is, if you calculate your daily rate, money. You're not backing down. You're widening the table, and that's a completely different move. And most hiring managers, when they genuinely can't touch the base salary, have more freedom with these other levers than you think. You're making it easy for them to say yes to something. Now, at some point, they might come back with a revised number that's better than the first, but still not what you asked for. This is the moment that determines whether you're a good negotiator or a great one. Phrase 4. I really appreciate you going back on that. I'm still a bit below where I was hoping to land. If we could get to X, I'm ready to say yes right now. There's a close built into that sentence. I'm ready to say yes right now. You're not asking them to think about it. You're telling them that a decision is available immediately if the number moves. That's a very specific kind of pressure, and it's completely professional. You're making it easy to close the deal. People want to close deals. Give them a path to do it. And most of the time at this point in the conversation, you're either going to get the number or you're going to find out definitively that the ceiling is real. Either way, you have information, and information is the thing that makes every other part of this conversation possible. Which brings us to phrase 5. This one is for the end, whatever way it goes. If the offer is good and you're accepting, you say, I'm really excited to join the team, and I want to be the kind of person that makes this decision easy to justify. That sentence is not nothing. It's you telling them you intend to earn the number, which matters for every future conversation about compensation in that company. If the negotiation didn't go the way you wanted and you're still deciding, you say, "Thank you for working through this with me. I'll be back in touch by Thursday." You give a specific date. Not soon, not in a few days, Thursday, or whatever day. A specific date signals that you operate with precision, which is exactly the impression you want to leave whether you take the offer or not. Because here's the thing, most people get completely backwards about salary negotiation. They think it ends when the number is settled. It doesn't. How you handle this conversation is the first piece of data your future employer has about how you handle difficult conversations at work. And they're paying attention to that, even if they don't say so. The people who negotiate well, respectfully, specifically, without flinching, those are the people that get more autonomy, more trust, faster raises, because the precedent is set before day one. So the next time you get an offer, don't let the silence make you panic. Don't think them and immediately say yes because the number felt close enough. Know what you're worth, have a number, and use these phrases to hold the conversation steady until you get there. That's the whole game.